three-step project that's going to incorporate a lot of skills from the whole entire school year. Your title of this unit is called a Tryptich line design. And your objective or purpose is that you're going to be able to identify your 5 types of line and how they vary. Identify how your lines can enclose to inform shapes. You will create a design that incorporates a variety of lines into your work and create a triptych. And then you're going to use that to create 3 different line designs that are balanced. One uses a blending technique, which is one of your shading techniques, and the other is colored pencil and your knowledge of how to blend and create gradation using blending. Like this example here. You're going to start with an original line design and you're going to copy it, trace it 2 more times, and you'll have a contour line drawing here. Your second one is going to have your blending technique in it. You're going to have gradation of color, and your last one is going to be your colored pencil, where you're going to have to blend. You're going to have gradation. That's where your lighter here goes to darker, where you're blending, as well as making yellow oranges or yellow greens or blue violets. Or you can create gradation where you're having light and dark in the middle of those sections as well. Your vocabulary is all knowledgeable to you. You know what it is. We've talked about pattern and repetition, where we're creating unity and rhythm with a motif that appears over and over again. Emphasis, you may want to be creating that through your use of color when you get to that stage, or creating emphasis with shading. The new word is your triptych, and this is a work of art that is divided into 3 sections. Value, we're going to review that from last semester, and this is an element of art that describes the lightness or darkness of an object. Shading is the use of light and dark value to create depth, and then blending, the technique of shading through smooth, gradual application of dark value. And we're going to break this down into 3 steps. Here are your 5 line types. You're going to need 3 pieces of paper that are 9 by 12, pencil, colored pencil, and some sort of light source for tracing. You know, windows work great for that. Your very first one is to do your contour line drawing. Do your design like this one, and copy all that vocabulary that's listed above here. You're going to copy all of this down into your sketchbook and submit that because it's part of your grade. And then you're going to have your 1 contour line design on that. And remember that you have to use all 5 line types. Your horizontal, vertical, zigzag, curved, and diagonal. They have to change direction, as you can see with this example here. They cannot just be straight. They need to close and make spaces. Any kind of designs that you want. You've done this many times this year, so I know you'll be hugely successful. These designs can be close together. They can be somewhat far apart. They can create space, but you have to flow from one section of your design to another, and you have to have your balance. Then you're going to submit those 2 things into your Schoology for your grade. Your next one is going to be to trace those 3 line designs. That 1 line design 3 times, because again, you're going to have 3 of them. When you submit your grade for Schoology, I want you to lay them side by side, take a picture using all 3 of them, unless you want to do 3 submissions. But I don't want 3 submissions. I want to see them all in one photo, so make sure that you do that, and this is your second daily grade. Step 3 is going to be a major grade, one of your major grades. This is where you're going to shade your designs, and you're going to have 2 days to do that with. We'll take 3 if we need it. Next, you will take one of your line designs that is left, because you have 3 that you traced, and you're going to start shading using value and the blending technique. So again, this is your blending technique. It's that smooth, even value that you have. A regular pencil is just fine, and you're going to create lights and darks with that. You're going to have gradation of that value. I'll change that word into your space, as you saw with the example. So you'll have light, you may have something lighter, you may have something even lighter than those 2. You're going to have medium areas, dark and darker areas. And this is your second part of your triptych, and this is a major grade. Your 4th part of your project is also a major grade, and this is coloring that final line design that you have left. Because again, you're going to have the same design 3 different times to create your triptych. You have to do blending of 2 colors to make a new color throughout your work. You must use gradation of color where your color gets lighter in places, then darker again. You may create emphasis by using black and leaving the paper white in places, but you cannot have those 2 areas fight each other for attention. Be very intentional with your choices. Make a plan of what you want each section or area to be, and remember to keep your work balanced and unified.